3 or 4 years ago, I noticed that my left hip was hurting. Someone personally recommended a doctor here in town who's with IBJI. Within 12 days, I was walking without a cane, without a walker, without anything, and without pain. That was a big thing.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute's top orthopedic experts help you move better, live better. For more information, visit ibji.com.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on, so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours, honestly. Like every single time, it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it.
Do you expect experienced, professional, and personalized attention from your building supply partnerships? You should. Are you getting the specific attention you need to help your business grow? You can. Introducing ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply. As a professional small business, you need real solutions to achieve your desired growth outcomes. This requires more than sample boards, pricing, and on-time delivery, which sets the bar too low. You need more. To grow and win in this ultra-competitive environment, you need ultra-competitive solutions. With Richards Building Supply, get the personalized attention you deserve and need. Take advantage of incredible first-time user incentives. Gain discounted access to a host of our industry's most reputable marketing tools through a Roof Pro membership. And that's just the beginning. Don't believe us? Let us show you. ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply.
The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours, honestly. Like every single time, it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it.
At Quick Trip, we're known for our fresh and delicious food and our dedication to providing the best customer service. Did you know it takes more than 34,000 dedicated, hard-working people bringing their best every day to make that happen? Quick Trip wants to thank all our co-workers for their tireless hard work and dedication to making a difference in someone's life. Hey, join us in saying thank you to the family of co-workers known for their love of community and treating everyone like family.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Do you expect experienced, professional, and personalized attention from your building supply partnerships? You should. Are you getting the specific attention you need to help your business grow? You can. Introducing ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply. As a professional small business, you need real solutions to achieve your desired growth outcomes. This requires more than sample boards, pricing, and on-time delivery, which sets the bar too low. You need more. To grow and win in this ultra-competitive environment, you need ultra-competitive solutions. With Richards Building Supply, get the personalized attention you deserve and need. Take advantage of incredible first-time user incentives. Gain discounted access to a host of our industry's most reputable marketing tools through a Roof Pro membership. And that's just the beginning. Don't believe us? Let us show you. ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards.
was like when Hawk and Stoney were together. You know that, right?
Yeah, they couldn't fucking.
Hawk and Stoney.
He's probably in his mid-20s, maybe early 30s.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome, as we're overmodulating a little bit. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Glacier Ice Arena. I'm Kyle Smith alongside our excellent crew, Kevin Macy. We had Jeffrey Goss. He's out of town today on color duties, but I'll be riding it solo for the first couple games, and Jerry Baldwin will join us for the triple header of our on slate of games of the CSDHL playoffs. In the green is the Winnetka Warriors. In the white is the Chicago Hawks. You need a win to have a chance at playing in the championship game tomorrow. A loss and you're pretty much done. You need a lot of help. First tiebreaker, of course, is head-to-head. We had in the pregame show for the Chicago Hawks, we had Estella Santilli, the goalie, and the goalie for Winnetka is going to be 52, Noah Lowenstern. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Hawks against the Warriors here on SBS.
There was a pile at the line of scrimmage, and I was just at the very bottom. All this pressure and weight was thrown onto my leg. I could feel it clicking and the bone like sliding across each other. Just couldn't handle it and broke. The people at IBJI were fantastic. We went into their walk-ins and we were able to get an x-ray in 5 minutes. My doctor talked to me like I was a friend rather than just a patient. He was very understanding, helping me stay motivated. My flexibility was actually better after my injury than it was before. There's not a lot of places like IBJI. It didn't even get me back to 100%, it got me to 110%.
Get convenient, affordable, same-day treatment at any of our Ortho Access locations. Visit ibji.com for more information.
For the Hawks will be Jack Sullivan, the center. In between the pipes today will be Bennett Collins for the Warriors. And it'll be Lincoln Burgoon to take the face-off for the Warriors. We're going to start at 12:18. As the opening face-off is won by Winnetka. And here come the Warriors past the blue line. On it right now is Burgoon. Over to the corner, past Burgoon's stick. Out behind the net, Sullivan has it. He'll try to break the puck out. Couple of nice dekes. Backhanded pass, gets it up the board, sending it to a teammate in Covarrubias. Now past the center line, Sullivan trying to get it into the zone. Slides past the blue line, trying to tap it out, can't. And a nice job dumping it in deep. Line change for the Hawks. Out at the corner, backhanded pass over to Simpson. And Sullivan trying to get it in, can't. Neutralized play, picked up by the Warriors. Past center ice, now past the blue line. With it right now is Simpson. Shot on goal, nice save that time by Santilli. And then out behind the net, first shot of goal of the game goes the way of the Warriors. Backhanded pass off the stick of 29 in McKenna, the Hawks, and then over to the corner. Backhanded pass from Lutz, trying to get it over to the hash mark. Stolen away by the Hawks. Shot on goal, almost redirected into the net, and then covered up by the netminder as we stop play at 12:02. Apologize, score is actually 0-0. As that face-off is won that time by the Hawks, and then over to the blue line. As with it right now was Grady. Now back into the zone, sent in deep by Rodriguez. Out behind the net, Hawks still have it. On the near corner, trying to set it up to the slot. Shot on goal, it was off the stick of Adams, and then out behind the net as Knudesvig tries to get it out of the zone, but at the point, Lang gets it back in. And then bounced off the boards. It hit the top of the boards and then goes over to the blue line, trying to get it into the zone deep and couldn't. Right on the tape, that pass, and Coleman trying to get it in deep. Sorry, that's Meehan. Then over to the blue line. Hawks have it now. Marsiglio at the face-off circle. That's off the blocker, and a beautiful save by Collins. Passes it to his teammate at the point. As that puck sliding past the slot over to the blue line. Now back to neutral ice. Sullivan bounces it off the boards to himself, trying to tap it back to himself. Back-to-back successful plays, and then sending it in deep. Knuckle puck action on the corner, trying to get the puck was Delano's. As a board battle, it's won by the Warriors, but they're still deep in their own territory. Tapping it back into the zone, sliding puck at the far corner. Delano's on it again. Turns around pass and right on target to Phillips. Out in front and able to clear it well. No icing. Actually, it's a late ice, as it looked like that the netminder and Santilli was going to have to play it, but instead lets it go wisely for an icing. 10:32 to go in the first period. No score. Warriors had an early charge on the forecheck, and then after that it's been all Hawks as they have it deep in the zip code of the Warriors. Face-off coming up. It's going to be Rodriguez to take it. Rodriguez with a clean win, but just not able to get it was Kuznetsov, as Kuznetsov, his backhanded pass to his defenseman teammate, and then right on target to Rodriguez. Trying to take him off the puck. Rodriguez falls to the ice. Good job staying onside that time by Covarrubias. Now back to the hash mark, bouncing it off the boards. In deep now with it is O'Connell. O'Connell with it, stolen away by the Hawks. O'Connell gets it back, out behind the netminder, still there, can't freeze it. Now still behind the net, bounces off a skate. It bounced off the skate that time of O'Connell. Out in front of the slot, trying to get it on net, falling to the ice, bodies flying. But not a lot of shots on goal for either team. Line change for the Hawks. Bounce pass, and it's right on target over to O'Connell at the corner. And Goots on the pinch and trying to keep it in deep. This time pinching is Marsiglio, and then back over to the blue line. At Goats will take a seat, and no icing. We play on with under 9:30 to go. A fun one here at Glacier Ice Arena. Still no score out the slot. Read well that time by Marsiglio. Out at center ice, able to at least keep it in the neutral zone, and then bouncing off the boards, one-hop style, and then right on the tape of Marsiglio. Tape-to-tape pass, trying to feed it up front, and then got it past the center line that time, did Adams, and then over to the corner. Adams still on it. Adams with a beautiful spin move. Adams still at the corner, trying to get it away from him. On the poke check attempt was Vendor, and Vendor around it, as is Adams. Adams, his pass, right on target over to Rodriguez, and then that bouncing puck gets over to Evans. Clark Evans, one of the best players on this team, gets it over to Simpson. Simpson in the slot. Simpson shot, beautiful save. He scores! Santilli with the save. But it was Marsiglio, Ryan Marsiglio, a defenseman, finishing the play with the rebound goal. 1-0 in favor of the Winnetka Warriors. Excellent goal. The forecheck pressure was amazing. And then the rebound by Marsiglio was fantastic. 1-0 lead for the Winnetka Warriors. We'll update it on your screen in a second. Out to the corner. And then out to the point, backhanded. That's a good job on the pinch by Lutz. It's been mostly Hawks in terms of time on the attack, but Winnetka with a nice goal, late forecheck. And all it takes is one shot and a rebound and a garbage goal, but that was actually a really nice slot by Marsiglio. Technically it's a garbage goal because it's a rebound, but it was well played. It was Coleman on the shot, originally saved by Santilli. But then the rebound goal, 1-0 lead for the Winnetka Warriors. At the point, trying to get it in deep. On the forehand and able to read it well. Try to go off the boards that time. Did 23 and Rodriguez. Feeds it over as Gamino with it. Gamino tried to skate with it himself to try to break it out. No look backhander that time by Grady. And now picked up by the Hawks. Here goes Wilkins, the defenseman, as he'll just dump it in. Thought about going after it was Collins, but he decides to let his defenseman teammate to get it. And at the face-off circle, rebound try to get it into the net, still loose. Collins trying to get up and does, out behind the net, bodies flying, still no goal yet for the Hawks. Maybe their best chance of the day. Was that a clean hit? The hands do not go up by either official. And now a one-on-one the other way, now making a one-on-two past the blue line. Tough angle shot. The trajectory of that shot, though, was good. It went off the skate and almost a rebound try for Tommy Shermang of the Warriors. It was a bad angle shot, but the way he attempted it and fired it on net, it went off the skate, and then it bounced to a spot where Shermang could have got it into the net on the rebound. Over to the blue line. Ed Goetz after it, but the guy who gets it is Marsiglio. Talked about him a lot today. Excellent spin move by Simpson. Under 6:15 to go. Backhanded. As it's dumped to the corner. Marsiglio played well off the puck by Shermay. Hawks have numbers. Trying to poke check away and does. Nice job by O'Connell. Now over to neutral ice. Sullivan after it. As was Shermang, but the guy who officially gets it is Lang. Still on his forehand. His pass right on target. Trying to feed it that time to Coleman. He's after it, but now back to the point. Kuznetsov into the corner. After it now is Liesenberg's. Liesenberg still has it. Off the glass. And he's got a man. Here we go, one-on-one, exciting hockey. Chance for Simpson. Simpson couldn't deke around the defenseman, and it was well played. Playing the body well by Wilkins. Here we go, 2-on-2 the other way. Hawks on the attack. Past the face-off circle at the end line. Spin move and a beauty. It was by Conroy, repping 66 very well on that play. 66, of course, was Lemieux's number. Super Mario Lemieux, who played for the Penguins. 3-on-2 for the Warriors. Right on tape with the pass. Pass, shot, save, and another one. As the netminder in Santilli keeping her team in the game with some excellent saves. Reason why we had her in the pregame show. One of the best, if not the best player on this Hawks team. One of the reasons they're in this tournament. Bennett Collins has not been tested as much as Centilli. As 1-0 score, we stop play, 4:48 to go. As the faceoff is won by the Hawks. In the NHL, that would be delay a game, but he was just trying to bounce it off the boards accidentally like. We'll update the time for you in a second. Faceoff coming up. It'll be Sullivan again. He's taken a lot of their faceoffs today for the Hawks. And instead, the faceoff was won by Ashton Adams. Knuckle puck as it finds its way into the Hawks zone. On tape with the pass, couldn't handle a chance for the Warriors. Beautiful check, though, by Eggots. Lauren Eggots, one of the defensemen on this Hawks team, back to neutral ice. Using the boards to her advantage. Now over into the Hawks zone. After it right now is Grady. Hawks have it still. Piper thought about taking it. Instead, Sullivan has it. Sullivan skates up with it. And it's going to be offsides accidentally on the Hawks. Face-off won by Chicago, and now Chicago sends it into the zone. Officiating is so important come playoff time because as an official, you have to set the precedent. Do you have to officially get past the center line before you dump? Are you going to, a step or two? If you dump it before you cross the center line, are you going to allow it before you call icing? And we haven't seen a lot of dumps at center ice. Trying to redirect it in. It was an excellent screen, but Rodriguez just couldn't finish the job. It was a nice save, though, by Collins. Right now, Bennett Collins, one of the three-star shot. Collins again, and then he covers it up. Fun, nice first period. By the way, the text line's open. Your favorite high school, college, or NHL memory, text 330-957-7653. All FCC and data regulations do apply. Spin move, that time by Conroy. Maybe not the best pass in the world. Kind of a blind pass. That was close, and the Warriors won offside. The Hawks fans, they disagree, but I think it was the right call. As face-off won by Chicago, sending it into the zone. Slow-moving puck finds its way past center ice. Now with it is Gamino, trying to find Covarrubias. Covarrubias past center ice. He'll send it into the zone. That's a couple of Hawks. Now the entire Hawks team with the line change. Warriors trying to take advantage with a full head of steam. Look at that hit, but it's going to be an illegal one. As covered up by Centilli. Fans don't like it, but the Hawks were going to get it anyways, even if they hadn't blown it dead right away. But it's going to be a power play coming up as tripping the call on 23 Rodriguez of the Hawks. And we'll show it on your screen. Hawks in the box. As the faceoff is won by the Warriors as it trickles out to neutral ice. Hawks after it right now. As we'll stop play for you. 2:25 on the clock. I don't think they started the penalty, by the way. So they got to figure out how much time went off that penalty. I believe it started at 2:28, so it should be 1:57 on the penalty. In a regular season game, the Hawks wouldn't be arguing as much, but in a playoff game, it's a big deal, even if it is only 3 seconds. Shot on goal. They score! Santilli just couldn't finish the save. And a goal awarded for the Winnetka Warriors. On the goal, Jack Meehan. 2-0 lead for Winnetka. Icing called on the play. .207 to go. 2-0 lead for Winnetka, and they're having Jumbotron issues as they can't even update the score yet on the Jumbotron. Now past the blue line as we stop play at 1:57. Face-off won by Winnetka, sending it off the boards. Trying to get it was Marsiglio, then over to the corner. Julian Lang trying to get it out to the point, on the pinch, and a good one. Conroy was after it. Here come the Warriors trying to make it a 3-0 lead. Some good handles, and then able to get it in deep was Adams out in front, trying to feed it over that time to Grady, and then back over to the boards. Conroy's pass, trying to get it to Rodriguez, as a bad penalty led to a power play goal for Winnetka. Puck trickles out to the boards. Sending it up. Now with it is Lutz, as he was trying to get it over to Knudesvig. And then over to the corner after it is Marsiglio. Stolen away by the Warriors. Now stolen by the Hawks. McCann trying to go from his back into his forehand. Still got the puck somehow. McCann still with it. McCann on his forehand. McCann behind the net. Excellent skating by Michael McCann. The persistence and the determination was there, but he just couldn't find the back of the net. Now with it is Hunter Lutz. Lutz That's going to be high sticking on the Hawks, but they're going to play advantage at least thus far. Winnetka does get out of the zone, so no call. No face-off coming up. Lang has it with 40 seconds to go. Sending it over to O'Sullivan, but Winnetka has numbers on the back check. Off the boards. Went off the stick of Lutz. Over to the corner. Winnetka with a 2-0 lead. Board battle won by the Hawks. Trying to get it on net. And good job with his pads on the pad save. Bennett Collins finishing the job well. Last chance for the Hawks in this period to score. They've got the face-off coming up. O'Sullivan will take it. Gamino on his right, the right defenseman. Face-off, won by the Hawks, over to Gamino. Trying to get it on net, not much on it. He couldn't get elevation on the shot, and it goes over to the boards, picked up by Winnetka. They'll break it out of the zone quickly. Now back to neutralize Gamino. Slow-moving puck, goes off the stick of Coleman, now over to neutral ice. No tripping call was made, over to O'Sullivan, and that will do it for the period. What a period it was. Winnetka with a 2-0 lead. We'll take a quick break. It is all Winnetka thus far here at Glacier Ice Arena. Second period coming up. Taking the face-off, Vincent Rodriguez trying to make up for that penalty earlier. Henry O'Connell will oppose him. And the face-off is indeed won by Winnetka. Over to the boards. Puck not moving yet. Board battle won by the Warriors. Trying to get it past the blue line and does, and then bouncing it off the boards. Taking it and sending it back in, Leisenbergs. Over to the corner, picked up by Winnetka. Phillips on it, out in the slot. Warriors with 2 goals. It's Meehan and Burgoon with the goals today. That puck finds its way to the corner. 12:10 to go. Both teams needing a win, of course, to get to the championship game tomorrow. Rodriguez pokes it away. After it is Delano's. Now into the Hawks zone. No look backhander. And deep in their own territory, having to get it is Agoots. Agoots with a nice hit. Over to the face-off dot, sending it in deep. Simpson on the send. Now over to the corner. As not able to get it up to the point was Kazantsev. And now over to neutral ice. One off the stick of Simpson. Now back over deep as it was off the stick of Lisenbergs deep in the territory. From Kazanev's stick over to Agoots. Agoots. Over to the point. And now over past the center ice. And that's going to be an icing called against the Hawks. Face off won by Chicago, setting it over to the boards. As Chicago able to get it out of the zone. Sliding puck, as was right on target over to Lang. McCann can't get it in deep, and Lang and McCann were both offside. O'Sullivan on the win. Winnetka gets it in deep. Slow-moving puck over to the corner. Lang after it, sending it over to the hash mark. Now at the corner. And maybe a lack of communication that time by Santilli and her defenseman, as that could have been danger territory for the Hawks. Marsiglio, the defenseman, slapped it away from his netminder in Santilli. But meanwhile, here comes Sullivan dumping it in deep. Handling the puck is the Warriors. Received at center ice. Wilkins on the pass, now obtained at the blue line by Rodriguez. Maybe an ill-advised pass to himself, but it was well read by the Warriors. As with it now and sending it over was McCann. On the pinch, and a good one by Meehan, still at the blue line, now out to neutral ice. Past the center line, sliding puck off the near board, slapped into the zone, firing it on net, and no choice but to cover it up by Santilli as we stop play at 9:35. Nice job keeping it in the zone, went off the skate. As the attempted shot by Knudesvig is allowing Winnetka to keep the forecheck pressure on the Hawks. Even more important, it gives the Hawks less opportunities to go on their forecheck. We talk about the analytics of all sports, hockey included. Time on attack is an important stat. It tells you how many times you're past the blue line. You got the puck past the blue line, past the center line. More importantly, past the blue line, how many times you're on the forecheck. You can't score if you don't have good opportunities. And for the Hawks, they've had them, but they've been limited in the last 5 minutes of play, the first period going into the second one. It's going to be a face-off coming up, as it'll be O'Connell to take it for Winnetka. Face-off won by the Hawks. Chicago with it at Goetz is after it, now to the corner. As picked up well by Sullivan. Stolen away, chance for Winnetka in the slot. Over to the face-off circle. Santilli with a glove save and a nice one as we stop play at 8:52. It's a whistle because she froze the puck. Once it's in the goalie's glove, it means play stops and we get a face-off on the near side. 8:52 to go, face-off coming up. Face-off won by the Warriors. Out in the slot, trying to backhand it out. McCann does, and it was a pretty good pass. Here come the Hawks. Leading the charge is Piper, but taken away by Winnetka. At Goetz, getting it into the zone. Center ice play, no icing called as just got past the center line, did Henry O'Connell. Now on the stick of Brady Coleman, stolen away, here come the Warriors. Shot on net, just past the blocker of Santilli. Over to the face-off circle, here comes Sullivan. He's got McCann up front. Sullivan will take it himself. Nice handles by Sullivan. Sullivan again with a deke, falls to the ice. Oh no, now the hand goes up. Tripping is going to be called on Winnetka. Santilli raced to the bench, but just didn't have enough time to get there. 5-on-4 hockey and a big power play coming up for Chicago. We'll show you the penalty minutes in a second. Coleman will take the face-off. as it goes over to the corner. .740 to go. The Hawks, this is their first power play of the day. And like I said, we're having Jumbotron issues. The penalty's not working on the electronic scoreboard. So I believe the faceoff was at 8:03, so 6:03 will end the penalty. And Sullivan called for the offside. I don't think it was an intentional. I don't know if he knew that his teammate in Marsiglio fell down and couldn't get back up. It's going to be a rarity to see an automatic or an intentional offside call today, especially in a playoff game. But anyway, 7:21 to go. Over behind the net. Still on the power play with 1 more minute to go. Still out behind the net, over to the corner. Trying to get it out of the zone, heads up play. Conroy, nice team hockey. Trying to help out his team to keep that puck deep in the zone. Wilkins didn't get much on it. Winnetka gets it out of the zone. Here come the Hawks. Trying to beat her to the puck. Breakaway coming up, backhanded shot. Santilli with a beautiful save. Conroy couldn't get to it. Also after it was Wilkins. He looks dead tired. Looks like he needs a line change. Sullivan, but Santilli with a beautiful save on the breakaway, keeping her team in the game. Sullivan deep into the territory of Winnetka. Still on the penalty kill for another 10 seconds. At Goats. Trying to get it in deep. Rodriguez to the face-off circle. Rodriguez, stop and start, moving a good one. McCann trying to get it to the corner. Tapping at the knee. And we're going to have a penalty. It was last touched by Winnetka. And here we go again. So even though it looked like Winnetka touched it last, they're going to say that a Chicago player touched it first. Anyways, the hand goes up. It's going to be a power play coming up for the Chicago Hawks. Winnetka. Things just not going Chicago's way today, but they still have plenty of hockey to go. Out to the corner. Slapping it off the boards. Offside against Winnetka. Looked like Simpson was offside. Actually, I don't think they called offside. I think it might have hit the top of the glass. So we're not going to get it at the blue line. We're going to get it at center ice. In the center face-off dot, Sullivan to take it. He's going to be opposed by Simpson. Face-off won by the Hawks, but the defenseman wasn't there for Chicago to get that puck. Over to the blue line. Nice move! One-on-one now for Chicago. But playing the body well, Knudesvig. And both teams trying to avoid chargings, trying to avoid cross-checks. So we're not seeing as many checks. In a bantam game, you might see the defenseman come over to make the check. But today, trying to avoid elbowing, any kind of penalties. Both of these teams are very good, so you're trying to avoid special teams hockey, trying to avoid the penalty kill at all costs. 1:04 remaining on the power play for Chicago. Face-off coming up. Rodriguez will take it. We'll call a win for Winnetka, but Rodriguez got enough of that puck to not get a clean win for the Warriors. Now with it is Lisenbergs trying to send it up. Lang can't keep it in, and a knuckle puck all the way deep in their own territory. Just here, you're gonna next face-off. You're gonna have to tell him. Backhanded shot. Oh, just goes wide. Falling to the ice, hand goes up. Chicago's going to be in the box off the side of the net. And that stops it at 4:19. So we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey at the 4:19 spot. And this is, and I think this is wrong because the face-off, so the Jumbotron guys got it. Or do I have it wrong? I have it wrong. So it's 5-on-3. So 5-on-3 hockey, let me get this fixed. Five on three with 4:06 to go. Five on three for another 50 seconds or so. Winnetka at the point. Canute is big. His shot goes wide. Now here come the Hawks. Past the end line. Good skating, but O'Sullivan just couldn't get something set up to the point. Trying to get it away that time. Conroy was after it. And now a chance for Winnetka. Look at the speed. Henry O'Connell again. O'Connell on a breakaway. Another brilliant save by Santilli. Putting the team on her back. If you know the famous YouTube video, putting the team on her back, Greg Jennings style. Now make it 5-on-4 for the Winnetka Warriors. Tapping it off the boards. Pass Coleman's stick. Here come the Warriors, led by Jack Vender. Vender to his backhand. Vender the shot. Tried to go top shelf. Well read by Santilli. It went wide anyways. Winnetka still with the forecheck pressure, though. With it right now is Shermang. At the corner, Shermang over to the point. Feeding it on target to Sasha Chad. But Chad lost it, and Chad will have to play with it near center ice. Backtracking in her own zone. Off the glass, near the top of it, in fact. Now here comes Chicago, led by Covarrubias. Covarrubias shot, well read. Can't finish the save. And then eventually covered up by Bennett Collins. Bennett Collins doing a good job avoiding any garbage goals today. If you're just joining us, shame on you, where were you? But second of all, I kid of course, but second of all, 2 goals for Winnetka in the first period. Other than that, it has been the Estella Santilli show. 2 breakaway saves as creating havoc all the time right now. 21 and Henry O'Connell. Winnetka has it now. Out behind the net. Off the boards. Lang trying to get it in. Piper backhanding it. No high stick. We play on. Last touching it for the Hawks was McCann. Now over to the corner. Winnetka has it. No more penalties. We'll get that off for your screen in a second, but back to 5-on-5 hockey. Winnetka winning every battle today except maybe goaltending. Santilli's made a couple of better saves than Collins, but Collins right now with the 2-goal lead. Working on the shutout with 1:42 to go in the second period. Now back to neutral ice. Sending it in deep, and offside was Winnetka. Over near us, as it's still a 2-0 lead for the Winnetka Warriors. Marsiglio over to the corner. After right now is Simpson. Simpson can't keep it in deep. Conroy backhanded pass. Got to avoid the blind ones all the time for Chicago. Now you want a couple more crisper ones. Try to get some better rushes on offense. Marsiglio. That's hard to do, by the way, backtracking like that and able to get it off the glass as you're backward skating. That is not easy to do. Under a minute to go. Warriors maintaining their pressure. Look at the handles. Excellent job. O'Connell doesn't have a goal right now, but if you look at the next level stats, he's arguably been their best player. Shot, save, and another one by Santilli. Out to the slot, shot again. Save again by Santilli. Out in the slot, almost at point-blank range. Doesn't matter. Santilli standing on her head right now. Winnetka keeping up that forecheck pressure, but Chicago is still in the game thanks to Estella between the pipes. She's been Stella, in fact. 20 seconds to go, Chicago. Just haven't had as opportunities offensively as the Warriors. Kept in well. And Chicago has to hurry. Under 7 seconds to go. That's not going to get it done. Out behind Collins, and that should do it for the period. Centering attempt, well read by the Warriors, as Knudesvig gets a piece of it, and that'll do it for the second period. 2-0 lead for Winnetka. Nobody scores in that period, and Winnetka scored 2 in the first. We'll take a quick break. Third period coming up next here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Three or 4 years ago, I noticed that my left hip was hurting. Someone personally recommended a doctor here in town who's with IBJI. Within 12 days, I was walking without a cane, without a walker, without anything, and without pain. That was the big thing.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute's top orthopedic experts help you move better, live better. For more information, visit IBJI.com.
Here we go, third period of action coming up next. As face-off won by Chicago. Now Now slap behind the boards. Winnetka scored twice in the first. Nobody scored thanks to Santilli between the pipes for the Chicago Hawks. If you're not familiar with PeeWee hockey, you got to be 11 or 12 years old to play today, or a special birthday if you're 13. Bouncing off the boards. Of course, if you're a big movie goer, the Mighty Ducks, the first one, they were PeeWees, 11 to 12-year-olds. The Flying V. Backhanded pass. Not sure if that was just feeling the pressure type of pass or if she was trying to get it to Kuznetsov. Meanwhile, Kuznetsov with it. Couple of handles. And offside again goes Chicago. Face-off coming up. Conroy to take it. They're going to switch off their face-off pairings here. See if that leads to cleaner wins for the Hawks. Piper after it. Here comes Conroy. Past the blue line on the attack shot, and it was partially blocked by Winnetka, as it looked like Clark Evans got a piece of that. Now with it is Jack Meehan, one of the 2 goals for the Warriors. Now here comes Chicago. McCann. And stolen away by the Warriors. Back over to neutral ice. Here comes a chance for Winnetka. Timmy Grady. And he's forced to the boards. And then Marsiglio taps it away. Marsiglio falling to the ice. Still with it, though, as he's on one knee. Marsiglio. And a little bit of a frustration play. With his stick, he tapped the butt of Grady. No call was made. And then finds a divot in the ice. That puck does. O'Sullivan able to get it off the boards, past Piper's stick, back over to the Hawks. And here comes Chicago, but Winnetka has numbers. Off the skate, reading it well, Lisenberg's back over to neutral ice. Now here comes Gamino. Gamino, Hawks stay on side. It was a good job by Covarrubias knowing where he was on the ice. Out behind the netminder. Pass on the tape, out in front, well read by Winnetka, now to the point. Gamino can't get it on net. Here come the Warriors. And the captain, Meehan, will take a seat. Sorry, no, that's, yep, that is Meehan. Off the tape. Now with it is O'Connell getting it into the zone. After it is McCann. Trying to join him is 22 and Gamino. Now with it is Wilkins. Wilkins. No hand pass. He was trying to tap it down. Puck in the slot on the forehand, and then back over to the Hawks as they try to break it out. Sullivan past the blue line. Sullivan with a nice move. Sullivan! Backhanded pass. And he faked the goalie out of his pads, but maybe got a little bit too cute with it. Did need to pass. I think if he backhanded shot, he might have scored. It was a nice pass, though, regardless. And Collins finishes the job well by freezing the puck. .9:54 to go. And remember, you don't have to wait till under a minute to go to pull the goalie. Anytime it gets under 2, you can do it whenever you want, because remember, when you're down 2, here's a chance. Rebound. Collins fell to the ice, but they couldn't get the shot elevated over his head. And what's the call here? I'm thinking offsides against the Hawks. And that looks like it's going to be. We're going to have a face-off near us. 9:43 to go. Don't go anywhere. We'll try quickly. We got a game after this, so we can't take too much time. But for post-game, if this score continues and finishes as such, we'll get Bennett Collins for the post-game show working on that shutout. It's going to be a line change for Chicago. Winnetka sending the puck up. Chicago can't get it. Now Winnetka, 2-on-2, leading the charge for Winnetka right now is 59 and Grady out behind the net. 2 Hawks around it. Now with it is Burgoon. Burgoon shot! Oh, just past the stick of Simpson. Might have been high sticking, though, if he had touched it. Now with it is the Hawks. Breaking it out well was Piper. Past McCann's kick. Mike Piper trying to get it in. Now with it, Sullivan sees that Piper's offside. Sullivan If he had taken another half second to get into the zone, the captain would not have been called for offside. Sullivan will take it. Face off. And it's won by the Hawks. Marsiglio sending it in deep. Now obtained behind the net. With a full head of steam. Number 4 and Kelly Danuz falling to the ice, and it's either going to be tripping or hooking against Chicago, and that one is a brutal one if you're a Hawks fan. Bogosian will take the faceoff. First time we've said his name, taking faceoff first of all. Second of all, hasn't played a lot today, but let's see what he can do late in this third period. As the Warriors trying to finish off the Hawks with a power play goal. Trying to get it in deep was Grady out in front. Now back to the point. Knudasvig goes wide. Does not carry him straight back. Now out behind the end line. And this one will get all the way to the end. And that's what's cool about this league. Even when you're killing a penalty, you cannot ice the puck. So it makes breaking the puck out harder, and it gets these kids thinking a lot in terms of analytics, in terms of analytically thinking, in terms of what are the best strategies to use when we're down a man killing the penalty. As the faceoff is won by Bogosian at the point shot. Nice pad save by Santilli. Over to the corner. Backhanded pass. Now, Winnetka doesn't necessarily have to score here. You just want to have enough opportunities and force the Hawks deep in their own zone. Obviously, don't get too cute with it and give up a man advantage goal. Short-handed for another minute is Chicago. Tie-up action. Sullivan fell to the ice, gets back up quickly. Puck was a little behind the assistant captain in O'Connell. Backhanded pass off the side of the net. And dangerous play to break the puck out, but Sullivan with some nifty moves, and now a 2-on-2 for Chicago. Sullivan forced to the right, backhanded pass out in front. Now a chance for Winnetka. They can go on a charge. Still in the box, but the penalty will end soon for Chicago. And then O'Connell almost fell to the ice. He sends it in deep. Chicago running out of time, running out of chances. Still on the 4-on-5. Past the blue line. Shot goes wide. Rodriguez on his tape, trying to tap it away that time. 61 in Lutz. Over to the corner after it is Simpson. Now back to the corner at the end line. Still with it out in front. How did that not go in? And the slot shot. Another brilliant save by Collins. Now puck scatters out to the corner. Shot by Coleman. Collins was there with the save. Five-on-5 hockey now. Shot goes off the side of the net. It was off at Goetz' stick. And Winnetka finally gets it out, but that might have been Chicago's best chance of the game to score. Falling to the ice. Power play coming up for Chicago. Tripping going to be called on the Warriors. Off the stick. They still haven't called it dead yet. Winnetka's got to take possession of it. Now it's a 6-on-5 right now. Over to the point, backtracking, able to get it over to the corner, falling to the ice. The Hawks still have it on the 6-on-5. 5:45 to go. Nice move by Sullivan. Great job to the trailer as they cycle the puck around the corner. Shot blocked, finally possessed by Winnetka. 5-on-4 coming up. How exciting was that? The Hawks, with their conditioning, was able to possess the puck well to allow the 6-on-5 to happen, and then finally the power play happens at 5:38 to go. third period of action. Face off one by Winnetka over to the blue line. Conroy. Tape to tape pass. Tic-tac-toe action is what you want here if you're Chicago. Ill-advised pass, well read by Winnetka. Conroy breaks through the boards. Here comes a breakaway shot, trying to go far side. Well read by Santilli. Ashton Adams, shot goes wide. Here come the Hawks, led by McCann. McCann with some nice moves, trying to stay on the ice, then falls down. Ed Goetz after it. And no offside. Here we go. Conroy read it well, able to get it right at the blue line. Shot couldn't get any elevation out of Collins. Finally freezes it. 4:49 to go. What a game by Collins. An even better game by Santilli, but Collins and his team with the 2-0 lead. Over to the corner. Off the boards. Now past the blue line. Shot off the blocker side of Santilli. And then covered up well by the netminder. Decision time for this coaching staff of the Hawks when they want to send Santilli to the bench. I'm of the analytical mindset. You want to do it under 3 minutes. The more time you wait, the more times it takes to get the puck up, and then you're losing chances to score. The more time that you send her to the bench, the more times you can possess the puck. I know that you're going to give up the goal at any time, but I don't think that pulling the goalie has to be that quote-unquote last-ditch effort. I think you can do it analytically sound, where you're giving your team more of a chance to get passes up, clean passes, on-target passes, and then getting shots on net. Oh, he was wide open in front, but just couldn't get it pass on the saucer pass style. Pass to Winnetka defenders. Now at the face-off circle, shot goes blocker side. Well read by Collins, and no rebound try. Still in the box is Winnetka. 5-on-4 hockey. Over to Gamino. Gamino, shot, blocker. And nice blocked shot that time by Burgoon, right off his shins. Conroy, couple of nice dekes, trying to set it up to Sullivan, and it's going to be an icing. Oh, wow, they didn't call the icing there. I'm surprised by that. A little bit of a break for Chicago. Maybe it accidentally touched a Winnetka stick. Here come the Warriors, but it just slides past the stick of Grady. Turnaround pass. Just past the tape of Sullivan. Sullivan trying to win that battle near the away bench. Winnetka the away team. Chicago the home team here in Vernon Hills. A neutral site playoff game. And the Warriors, if they win, are that much closer to hoisting up the trophy on Saturday afternoon. 2:55 to go. A 2-0 lead. Nobody has scored in both this period and the second. Fun one to watch. Fun one to call. Shot is blocked. Near the point. Here come the Chicago Hawks. Piper looks gassed right now. McCann, the trailer, then goes to the front. McCann gets the pass over to Piper. Passer stick. Shot maybe went off McCann or either Grady. Meanwhile, in the slot, time running out, and they pull the netminder in Santilli. Chance for the Warriors, and they'll just get it out and not ice it yet. Now past the blue line. Has a chance. Backhander and blocked. Well read by Rodriguez. Time running out for the Hawks. 2:15 to go. Empty net shot, just goes wide. Piper after it, as is Rodriguez. And the empty net continues with 2:04 to go. Timeout called by the Hawks. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching the Warriors against the Hawks here on Sports Broadcast Solution.
Three or 4 years ago, I noticed that my left hip was hurting. Someone personally recommended a doctor here in town who's with IBJI. Within 12 days, I was walking without a cane, without a walker, without anything, and without pain. That was a big thing.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute's top orthopedic experts help you move better, live better. For more information, visit IBJI.com.
So here we go. It was a timeout called by Chicago. 2:04 to go. Hawks empty net. 6-on-5 hockey. And all Winnetka's got to do is keep the puck out of the net for the next 2:04. Obviously, duh, Kyle. But that's important to note because you don't have to be cute with the puck if you're Winnetka. Dump and chase the rest of the game because, quote-unquote, you're kind of down a man because it's 6-on-5 now. Don't get cute with the puck. I'm sure that's what the coaching staff for Winnetka is telling their young men right now. Shot right off the glove. Collins doesn't play with the puck, just freezes it right away. I don't know if the clock started, so they're going to have to change that on the electronic scoreboard. Right now it says 2:04, but I think they're going to have to get it to 2. They are having electronic scoreboard issues today. There we go, 1:54. They did get it fixed. Man, that is not an easy job, by the way, especially when you do basketball and you got to get all the substitutions, and it is not easy. But meanwhile, Winnetka up by 2, thanks to their young and great skaters in Jack Meehan and Lincoln Burgoon. Out behind the net, trying to get it out past the point. It was a friendly carom in favor of Winnetka. Now over to Agoots. Agoots trying to get it out, can over to the blue line, turnaround pass, and it was a good job by O'Connell keeping the pressure on Chicago. Chicago trying to break the puck out. Now with it is Shermang. Shermang now Coleman around it. Out near the blue line and will stop play. I wonder what this call is going to be. Were there Warriors in the zone? And just couldn't get it in deep as he was falling down on the dump attempt was Charlie Bogazian. Now here comes Conroy. Hawks might have run out of time. 1:02 to go, they're trailing 2. McCann with some nice moves and then tapped away. Meehan on the poke check. Over to center ice. At Goats, stolen away. Chance for the Warriors. Oh, it just slides back. Oh, just past the post. On the backhand. 45 seconds to go. Last-ditch effort for the Hawks right now. Stolen away, and that should about do it. As up by 2 are the Winnetka Warriors, led by Captain Charlie Simpson. Empty net goal! Light the lamp, 3-0 lead for Winnetka, and it's all over but the crying. Charlie Bogazian puts this game on ice, both literally and figuratively. 3-0 lead for the Warriors. Well, it was a fun one today. Don't go anywhere. We're going to try to get, as that puck shot, nice save that time by Bennett. Bennett can't cover it up, but we will try to get Charlie Bennett for the post-game show. Going to be a 3-0 win for Winnetka. Well-deserved. 3 stars of the game brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions. number one star, the best player, arguably, was Estella Santilli. This could have been a 6-0 win, but she was fantastic. Second best player on the ice, I think, was Henry O'Connell. And Bennett Collins, he didn't have to do a lot, but he still got the shutout. And he is our SBS Player of the Game, brought to you by the CSDHL. Don't go anywhere. Post-game show coming up next here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.